When you think about the word mid, you might think Hunter x Hunter, every Call of Duty game in the last 5 years, my YouTube channel. But New World, Amazon's MMORPG, has taken the spotlight for the word mid. And honestly, I'm surprised a lot of you are still playing it. How down bad are you guys for a new MMO? I promise this will be my last video on New World. I'm done with this shit. I wanted to support it, I wish it was good, but I cannot actually hop back on again seriously and play the game. New World is the definition of mid. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I'm Treyllo. Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. I put some more hours into New World and I really tried to have fun, guys. I really did. Don't get me wrong, the first 20 levels or so were fun, but after that, I started to realize that this game was really just kind of a facade. This isn't a game made with love, it's simply just a product by Amazon, and it feels like a product. It feels like they tried to get the most amount of people to buy the game with the least amount of effort possible. And they succeeded, so what can I say? Today, guys, we're going to be breaking down the midness of New World. If you guys enjoy, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Amazon did a really good job blinding you for the first 20 levels of your gameplay, making you think that the game's full and rich of content. But looking back, this shit was flawed from the beginning. What is New World's story? The game starts you off with you on a boat, coming to some random island that has corruption on it. You're seeking something, and that's the entire game. You wake up on shore, next thing you know, there's corrupted monsters and shit. Next thing you know, you're on the beach talking to some random character that has no personality. New World lacks the why in the gameplay. You're progressing in this open world, but it doesn't feel like a world that's established. It feels like a world that was made to be an MMO instead of a world that you're naturally experiencing and coming into at a time. None of the characters matter or have any significance. I guarantee that you can't name one of them. World of Warcraft, everybody knows Arthas, everyone knows Illidan, everyone knows Tyrion. There's big characters in that MMO that matter, that develop the world. But in New World, there's no basis for any type of lore. There's no basis for you to care about that lore either. And that only makes everything in the game you're doing 10 times more dry. They should have put more time into the story, but nah, they don't care. They're trying to make money. Like I said in one of my prior videos, and the main reason people are kind of dissing on New World is simply just the quest system. What the hell was going on here? What were they doing? The game actually starts with some pretty unique quests. You know, you have to craft something, and then you have to combine that with something. Then you have to prove to someone that you did that. You have to turn in that item that you crafted. However, by level 20, that all goes away, and all the missions become the exact fucking same. Kill 6 wolves, then run across the map and turn it in. Open 10 crates in this area, find 10 items, and then spend 200 Azoth to go back to a settlement. This constant repeated cycle of quests is not fun. When I figured out that these quests were just going to remain static, I realized that this game was unfinished. There is no logical reason as to why they could not add better quest diversity in an MMO of this scale. It is really not that hard to add a couple more objectives to the base faction quests, to the main quest that you get from just vendors in settlements. It's honestly unacceptable, and it is pathetic from a developer standpoint. It's just not fun to grind, and when you don't have that captured, what do you have? The combat is simple and even somewhat well made. However, 2 attack animations for each weapon, 2 left click attack animations. Your swing left and your swing right. That's it. 30 levels I went through using these exact same 2 attack animations for every weapon. Unacceptable. Quite literally unacceptable. The combat gets so incredibly bland, so fast that I can't believe that they thought it was finished. And notice how there's this reoccurring theme of not being finished, because that's what this game is, an unfinished product. In the last video, I already talked about how shitty the magic system is. That is also so unfinished. Another reason I left the game, that is just, I was flabbergasted to see how shitty that was. There's no mob variety, okay? I understand that it's all under this corrupted theme, so it's going to be like walkers and zombies and shit like that, but it doesn't mean that every creature has to be that same humanoid model. All the time you're fighting something with 2 arms and 2 legs. And if you're not that, you're fighting some basic animal in the wild. It doesn't feel like you're changing zones. It doesn't feel like you're going to different places when the mobs remain the same there. Basic thing that all MMOs have. Different regions have different mobs, but New World, nah bro. Everywhere is the same. There are countless copy and pasted factions, settlements. How am I only level 30? And yet I've seen 4 to 5 areas that are the exact same copy and pasted area, but I have a different quest there. It doesn't have any personality. It's not going to be anything great because it's so broad. The game aims to be such a broad MMO, but in that it fails to appease pretty much most of the players. Like I said, there's no heart in this. It's all a product of Amazon. Crafting is cool. The game prides itself in the crafting mechanics, being able to make your own weapons with resources that you can manually get in the world. And if you're into that grindy stuff, you know, going out and chopping trees for 4 hours of your day playing New World, bro, go for it. But for me, this crafting system got boring very quickly. Why would I spend time crafting where I can essentially get the same power level weapons as I progress through the main story? Now, my first thought was, oh, okay, well, you can craft weapons and then sell them on the market. That's the profit. That's the reason for doing it. That makes sense. There's an auction house in the game. All right, that's where it all happens. No. There's no economy in the game. Because items in the game don't have a generally preset value of any sort. Value based on either just pure rarity or maybe it's needed for a quest item. Either way, a game like Tarkov does this really well. The traders in the game naturally have base prices for items, so generally on the flea market, which is Tarkov's auction house, it has a general value to base itself around. Meaning that nothing has trade or exchange value in the game because there's no economics. Auction house becomes useless. You can buy everything for less than 20 coins on there. Sure, the very most rare items might be a little bit expensive, but besides that, there is no actual auction house economy in the game. There's no selling or buying that's actually viable to spend your time with in the game. Why is there this trade outpost in the game if there's no values to any items? What a massive feature in all MMOs is completely disgraced in New World. Also, the faction system has no incentive at all. I'm not doing them boring ass faction quests, bro. I'm not doing it. I guarantee you chose your faction based on what name you thought sounded cooler. You know why? Because there's no reason or incentive to join any of these factions. They're all the same thing. They're all the same faction quests. When the game first started, I thought the government system was cool, owning and controlling territories, but I quickly realized that was also lacking. To flip territories, you just have to do the same 3 quests over and over and over again until you can start a war. And then you start a war inevitably for your faction to be taken over again. I think that the whole faction system is ambitious, and I think it's what makes New World stand out in a lot of ways, but it is just not polished. It's not worth doing a lot of the time. All these problems I just talked about come from the foundation of New World being slightly unfinished. There just wasn't polishing in every part of the game. In almost every aspect of New World, it's lacking. It's not what it can be. And I think it's only popular because it's the only MMO out right now. It's the only thing that's new, the only thing that has attention on it. Really, it is so bland and so dry in so many ways, and I can't believe that you guys haven't gotten sick of it yet. I'm at level 30 and this grind is tiring. I want to go to sleep after playing New World. Can it be improved? Yes. Over time, will it likely be improved? Probably. But I didn't even talk about some of the problems like the mass banning that's removing players who aren't even cheating, the major exploits to the game's economy, all types of things that just prove that the game was not ready for release. Mid-world is the definition of mid. Guys, let me know what you think of New World down below in the comments. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's mid? Or do you think it's complete shit? Put it all down there. Without further ado, guys, I'm Treyllo. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.